tonight. Do it, baby. Do it tonight.
I'm Carolina Teresa.
I'm Melissa Rich, and this is Cheap Therapy.
Well, first, I want to point out that we're in front of a picture of Bob Dylan at our new set today. And I found out, sometimes you can be friends with someone for so long and know everything about them, but just find out that they lost their virginity while Bob Dylan was playing in the room. Not him in person, the music.
And this is how you know I went to a PWI.
Right.
I had no idea who that was.
Yeah.
I had no idea who that was. And I said to Eric, the guy that I lost my virginity to, at the cross country house, just really taking it home. I said to him, what is this music? And he goes, it's Bob Dylan. You don't know Bob Dylan? Literally inside of me. And I was like, no, I don't know who fucking Bob Dylan is. I was like, can we put on something sexier?
I would love to know what song it was, but I'm sure.
I have no idea. All I know
I'll
that
play
it was
you a
Bob
bunch
Dylan.
later. We should get high and listen to a bunch of Bob Dylan. All of a sudden it'll hit and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm transported.
Transported back to college?
Back
no.
to Ithaca.
Ithaca, brother. Yeah. The other day I was like watching a TikTok and this girl was like, rugby shirts are back in style.
This is another thing that blows my mind about you. Carolina played rugby in a full contact way. I knew that
in the
always.
only way you can.
I think I didn't have a visual
of what
for
it looked
rugby.
like. Mm-hmm.
And then I got some on TikTok and I was like, it's football. It's kind of like the NFL.
It's like that with no pads, and it's also kind of soccery, but then we do a
lesbian.
thing called the scrum. Very gay.
Yeah.
Very gay.
Yep.
So if you see me in a rugby shirt, it's not because it's in style. It's because I played
your
the game,
culture
honey.
is not my costume.
Period. You want to wear baby fat and FUBU? Go ahead, but don't you
I don't
dare.
come for a rugby shirt.
Don't you dare come for a rugby shirt.
Horizontal stripes with a collar.
Melissa was a sorority girl.
I was kicked out very quickly. I was not a good sorority girl. I did have an angular bob.
The angular
Beckham
bob
style.
is what kills me. It's the Victoria Beckham for me.
You can look in my eyes and see I've done no psychedelics yet. There was a change that happened, but yeah.
And also just the idea of you being like a sports reporter girl.
Right. Well, that everybody knew that was like, well, that's crazy. She doesn't know anything about sports. Like, hello.
And Melissa was like, this is my passion.
I'm very passionate about guys who play sports.
Guys who play.
Yeah, it worked out.
Melissa, how has your week been? What are you feeling therapy-wise? What's happening in your body, in your soul?
I honestly think that I haven't been this well in quite some time. I've kept my alarm clock the same, but I'm obviously not going to the job. So I don't know. I feel free as a bird.
If you don't remember, Melissa was famously fired.
Period. And
she's really sad about it.
I am. And I don't know. I feel like I'm returning to myself. Major. But I'm still obviously doing a lot. And I'm freelance a little bit and, trying to get gigs. I'm not just staying in bed and being lazy, which was really important. You know what? The most important thing you can do is go to workout classes. And make yourself book things on ClassPass.
Class.
I did go to a Pilates class. It was absolute hell. Hell on earth in a room. It was just a vibe. It was a bit sterile. This is my thing. I'm I want to be able to lock eyes with one of the girls in the room and be like, this is hard. Ouchie. Or something. It's
but the girls in the room don't.
No.
The girls are always I'm in my thing.
But okay,
focus.
Do you think in the manosphere they talk to each other? Yeah, they do. There's camaraderie. In the toxic manosphere.
Absolutely.
I guarantee. Why can't we have camaraderie?
I think that women find camaraderie in many places.
It's not going to be
I've noticed, and maybe it's just a New York thing, I've noticed that in workout classes, unless you come there with your friends, it's kind of an unspoken thing. It's I'm here to work.
And I respect that. I
obviously
respect
be friends,
that.
But some 305 is a place where you can lock eyes with someone.
For sure. Because we're all making huge jokes of ourselves.
Absolutely.
We're
trying to dance so hard.
We got to go back.
Trying to dance to Sean Paul, and it's a lot of white girls trying to dance to Sean Paul.
That's when you want to keep your eyes to yourself, is in 305.
No, I'm looking at everybody.
Me too, but I wish everyone would keep their eyes to us. I know, me too. If you're unfamiliar, 305 is a Miami-themed workout class. We used to love the Midtown location. We're sad that closed.
They have a Williamsburg one, but it feels so far to walk to.
Yeah. Midtown was somehow convenient for us both.
Which is nuts.
I know. What's up with you? Check in.
Checking in. I feel like it's like the usual things that I complain about are about Hamide. Like I'll complain about my husband, but I don't really have any complaints about him. He's actually been very nice lately. Not that he's not always nice. Or maybe I'm just not annoyed by his presence. He's been cooking more than usual.
Cooked for us. For Eid.
Cooked Eid dinner. Like
it was gorgeous.
Feast. Well, I was telling you earlier, and then I found out the way he cooked that Eid dinner was
he actually gave himself away in a way that he had been hiding from Carolina.
Yeah, he's been lying to me or omitting the truth. So he had cooked that beautiful like banquet of a dinner.
And you were like, how does he know how to do this?
I was like, this is kind of crazy how good this food is. And then, I mean, he made jollof rice, which is not an easy thing to do.
I don't know anything about that, but it tasted really good.
It's not an easy thing to do. And then yesterday he cooked dinner and I was like, what the dinner was so good. It was like this stew, which is not going to sound good. It was liver, but it was so good.
That sounds good.
And I was like eating it, and we ate it with like bakery bread. And I was like, this is crazy good. And then he reveals to me that he used to work at like, I forgot what they're called or the word for it, but like in Africa, in Burkina Faso specifically, you know, the girls get mad when you say Africa, the country of Burkina Faso. He worked in like a side of the road, like restaurant where people would like stop their bikes and get lunch. He's never told me about this. He's told me about all the 80,000 jobs he's had in Burkina Faso, but he's never told me about that one.
But that was very Virgo strategic.
It was. And he goes, yeah. I said, Hamide, how could you have never told me about that? This man has told me so many stories about his life in Africa. This one I never heard. And he goes, yeah, but when I tell people, they always want me to cook.
Yeah.
I said, me and you have been married for 6 years. We have a child. I'm people?
Your people.
When you tell people?
Your people. Your people.
That's crazy. You're a liar.
Congratulations.
You're a liar. You're a liar and a bastard.
And you know, and you're cooking.
And you're
cooking tonight.
The thing is, I like cooking. I don't mind cooking, but I was like, I just did not know you had these kinds of skills. Here's the thing. I guess what was in my mind, I was like, the difference between him and I, from what I've seen, is that I'm an experimental cook. Like, I will watch something. There's things that I know how to make. I know how to make a lot of Spanish food. I know how to make a lot of Caribbean dishes.
Yeah.
But I love Asian food. So I'm always looking at Asian recipes and trying them and trying to make them. But, like, sometimes I'll fuck up. And then the food is what it is. Same thing. Like, I love making Italian food. I'm good at Italian. But I do fuck up sometimes when I try to make random stuff I've seen on TikTok. Like one time I tried to make pancit, which is Filipino. I messed that up.
I'm going to say I can't make that either, probably. But that's because, do you know like the rules of cooking though? I was kind of just introduced to that where it's like, oh, there's like things where it's like, oh, if you do cream and this, like that's not how science works. I'm like, well, nobody ever taught me that.
As well.
Yeah. You do.
I do
and
too,
apparently Hamide does.
Hamide does too, but I'm saying Frank does too. Like one time we were at my house and we were making some kind of sauce for the duck. And that's another thing. I didn't grow up eating duck. But
also,
you're
making duck. You're good at cooking.
Because I see things and I'm like, let me try that. Mm-hmm. But it's not like I know how to make duck. I've just watched videos.
Right.
But Frank has helped me make my sauce for the duck better.
Well, congratulations, Frank. You're good at cooking.
My family and their obsession with Melissa's man.
It is ridiculous. I'm like, take him.
We had Eid at my house. Melissa and her man came, Frank, and my sister's fiance was there. And my sister's fiance is a man of a certain age.
Sure. Yes, but so is Frank emotionally and mentally.
Emotionally and mentally, Frank is a man in his 30s.
And ageless.
And then Alan is a man in his 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old. He's old.
Yeah, it's giving double the age.
It's giving double the age. And Frank and Alan are in the kitchen and I hear them.
Time.
All I hear is like Russia, Poland, and the history of Ireland. And I'm like,
because Alan's politics are like really in the right place.
Are they?
Yes. Yes. I didn't know that either.
My sister's fiance.
Yeah.
The old man.
Yeah. So Carolina's sister one of the most gorgeous. You are as well. Like, but seriously, one of the most
I'm fine to
beautiful
say-
people I've ever seen in person. Like,
Let me say
Kendra's so
something.
stunning.
Some sisters are prettier than others. There's only two of us. There's bound to be one prettier sister.
I'm not saying she's
It
prettier
is
than you.
Kendra. I'm telling
I'm
you,
not
growing
saying
up,
she's prettier.
Kendra the body gave Beyonce.
I know.
Kendra was the prettier
She's
sister.
stunning.
Is the prettier sister. I'm okay with that.
Listen, I
okay
would
with that. I
never
have good
compare the
personality.
two and say I would say both of you like are two of the prettiest people I have seen. I swear. I'm not saying that. I'm like, I get it. Kendra's got the height. She's got the bod,
She's
but
got
you got facially gifted big time as well. That's what I'll say. There's no comparison. That's bad for women.
I think it's fine to just be like, she's the prettier sister.
I
think
don't
a lot
think
of
that's
girls,
true. I'm not saying that's true.
if you're in a
I'm just setting the
two-sister
record straight.
situationship,
We should never compare sisters.
but we do. And I think if you're from a two-sister relationship, I think those girls, are you in a two-sister relationship? I think those girls are a little bit more laissez-faire about like, you're the prettier
pretty one.
sister.
Okay.
And I have more personality. And I have this and this going
You're
for
the
me.
personality higher.
We're
That's
fine to let the strengths be the strengths. Do you think? No? You think your sister? Oh, you might be the prettier
Okay.
sister. You're very pretty. I
Well,
have
I'll
to see
bring
a
some
picture.
photos later. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Anyway, she's engaged to Alan, who is
old.
Let the record
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Let the record show.
Absolutely.
I didn't say that, Alan. I wasn't saying that about you.
But you know what, Alan? I'm also going to throw in that you're rich. You are.
Period. And swaggy.
And swaggy. And
Very
he's from
cool.
Barbados.
Yeah, he's
And
very cool.
he
Probably
owns
knows
a bunch
Rihanna.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably knows Rihanna. He does, like, he is of Rihanna's. If you've ever seen Rihanna's dad, I'll show you a picture. You'll see they're just like very fair skinned Bayesian people.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Whatever. He and Frank vibe the fuck out.
It was so funny. It was like
always
they were talking about
every
history,
time barbecues, whatever.
talking about
Where's Frank and his
politics.
boyfriend Alan? I can't find him anywhere. Yeah, it's really fun.
But I'm telling you, my whole family is obsessed with Frank.
Yeah, I love it.
My
It's
mom was
really
like,
sweet.
"Did Frank eat? Where is he?"
It was very fun to have a good gossip sesh with your mom.
Oh my god!
What I love is like your mom's a little,
Complaining
annoyed
about my
with your
dad.
dad for literally like he couldn't find papers in the house. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like very low level fighting. And she goes, "I have a house in Guatemala. I'll go back." I was
She's like, "I don't care. I can go home anytime I want to.
Anytime.
I will
said,
leave
"Yes."
him." I'm like, "No, you won't." That's the other thing. That really is very much me looking at myself.
Yes. When Alan said he was like, "You are all your mom." I was like, I've never actually clocked that because sometimes you do give your dad, but no, you are all your mom. It's
I look
so
like my
funny.
dad a lot. I'll
Yeah.
give you that, but like.
No.
That's like
there's
when
none.
I tell Hamide all the time, I'm like, I don't need to stay here with you. I can go back to my mommy and my daddy's house. And I say mommy and daddy. I say I'm going back to my mommy
that
and
took me a
daddy's house.
long time to get used to. Is you saying mommy and daddy?
Sorry. I said I'm going
Straight
back
to
to my
my
parents' house
face.
any day.
Yeah.
And I do this when I'm not getting my way, which is exactly what my mom does.
Yes.
She's like, I'm leaving.
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to Guatemala. I don't need you. And I'm like, girl, you ain't going nowhere. Literally, one day she was complaining about my dad on the phone to me. I said, okay, come to my house. No, I have to cook.
Right.
I thought you were mad at him. Why are you
Yeah.
cooking for him?
Well,
Silence.
that's her man.
Silence.
That's her man. What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do? It
That's
was
what's
so
fun.
fun. Oh, yeah.
It was so fun. It was gorgeous.
He was gorgeous. I love.
Zayn in his little baby outfit.
I know. I love being a amazing Muslim woman. I'm a Muslim mother and wife.
Yep, for sure. As you're chugging wine.
As I'm chugging wine. But I feel very modest. This is giving modest.
Very
right
modest.
now.
My modest outfit for Eid. Remember
Yeah,
that?
You did. I was going to say, not today.
Yep.
Wait. We have to talk about, we have so many pressing topics to talk about.
What?
Well, we have to talk about Chappell Roan. Let's start there.
All right.
Because there's so much to unpack.
So we've obviously kind of been critical
I
on our
did her as my
podcast
celebrity
before.
therapy once.
And it was all fair because we saw the behavior right before our eyes. I started getting my TikTok algorithm, obviously, as any listener knows, is a little bit questioning.
Full
questioning
of
some
conspiracy
things.
theories.
Questioning.
It's full
So,
of conspiracy theories.
I was getting some TikToks that said Chappell Roan left her management because they were in the Epstein files, pro-Palestine, openly. Not a lot of pop stars are doing that. She is taking more heat, getting more hate than anyone right now. Is that on purpose? Is that trying to silence a woman speaking out?
So the question is are they doing a
I got
smear campaign on her?
multiple.
And then also, you did point out that you're
And
saying
maybe she's not going to the rituals.
Possibly she was so aggy at the Grammys because she found out around that time that her management.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I thought that you said that.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe I did. To God you said
maybe
that
I did.
Me. So
everything I say on here is alleged.
But
by
so
the way, for entertainment purposes only.
Alleged. We both are being alleged. But I feel like it's like such a weird thing to navigate with her because it's like she really does give "I hate it here."
100%, which is not fun to watch.
It's not fun to watch
at all. Obviously, there was the little girl who is Jude Law's daughter and a soccer player's daughter or whatever.
Jude Law's real
birth daughter,
biological daughter, and then the soccer player's stepdaughter. And shout out to him because he really had her back.
I know. I really liked that. And that was more compelling to me. I mean, she did make a video that was like, I didn't even see that. Like, I didn't even know. Was that even my security man?
She said, no, she said it wasn't her security.
Right.
That it was the hotel or maybe like the security that Brazil provided her with. But it's like, Chappell, baby, you already made yourself look so like, I hate it here.
Right.
And you've expressed I hate it here energy to the point. You know, I saw one TikTok where the guy was like, she wasn't supposed to get this famous. She was kind of supposed to be like a girl for the gays.
Artsy girl.
Yeah, fringe artsy girl.
Early Charlie XCX.
But I saw that she also went to Grammy camp and that she got signed to a label at a really young age. Mm-hmm. So she has been working at this for a very long time. That's why I'm like, sis, why are you so mad?
Because she took on that narrative of like, I was signed and then I got dropped and now I'm like back and I'm being me. And like the video you sent me, the TikTok you sent me was more, she comes from money.
Well, she does.
And that's fine. There is a bit of a narrative that she leans into that's a little bit, I didn't have health care. I couldn't find a job.
She did say that.
Whatever. But that's fine. Your politics are in the right place.
True at the same time. You can't find health care.
Period.
And she was probably saying like, I couldn't afford health care, but then my parents paid for it.
Parents are millionaires. So they can, which is fine. That's tea. I'm not saying that. I think that some people have been getting down on her because they felt duped by that narrative that she was half spinning and then Spanish comes from money.
See, that
neither
was
here nor there.
What I will say is that was new to me. I didn't know that she was even. No, I didn't know she was doing the like. I didn't have health care. I didn't know about that part. So I just thought she was a girl. And then now I'm hearing like she's been kind of like has she been cosplaying? I guess that's the question.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think that she mentioned it in a speech to align with what she stands for politically.
There's nothing wrong with being a millionaire. I just feel like, okay, this is kind of steering away and going into Nepo, but let me ask you a question about the nepotism conversation. What is so wrong about just being like, yeah, I got it easier than everybody else, but I work really hard and like, this is what I want to do?
I think
why can't the girls just say that?
Because people are more willing to root for an underdog and want people who are coming from less to have more.
But we know.
Naturally. I know. But it's the illusion of that.
I don't know.
Who said that recently? Robbie Hoffman. Robbie Hoffman said it so many. People want to see me driving a Lamborghini. They want to see me living like a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like we do. A girl who comes from that driving a Lamborghini, it's like, well, yeah, you had a Lamborghini. She has uncles or whoever who are conservative politicians in Missouri.
The one, yeah.
So I think that's cool. Okay, you're going against your family. They're probably all conservative. Mm-hmm. She's speaking out. So it's kind of like, okay, let her do her thing.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think people should be mad at her for that. But I do think that, like, if she is kind of hiding it, which I didn't know that she was, it's like the narrative is not good. And I feel like the best... Well, did you see her response? She goes, I'm so sorry to that mother and her child. Like, sis, you know exactly who they are. At least say their names. At least be a little bit more like...
Yes, I care.
I care. Because she was just like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry to that mother and her child. Sis.
Yeah.
I get it. You're probably annoyed, but like...
But also
the way you're handling it, it's tan bueno.
I agree. And who did you grow up watching? Who were your pop star idols? Probably Britney Spears. Probably all these girls who were hounded by the paparazzi. What did you think you were getting into? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
So there's also a lot of people who are coming out and talking about their interactions with other pop stars. And it's making her look even worse because it's like, I ran into Mariah Carey at like a Golden Corral and she signed my tits. You know what I mean? Or it's like, I ran into Britney Spears in Las Vegas and she did a line and then she wrote a letter on my back. Like everyone is like talking about how nice pop stars have been to them. Yeah. And it's like Chappell Babe, and mind you, I am a big fan. I love everything about what she does. The looks, the glamour, the voice. She can sing. Yeah. But it's like, you did just get here. You haven't even really put in the time to kind of give diva the way that you're giving diva. Like Mariah Carey, Britney Spears, divas.
Well, it's
Christina Aguilera could spit in my face.
Of course. I would thank you so much. It is difficult to go through life that every moment that you live in public is significant to those people and insignificant to you. That's a drastic balance. And fame is no joke, as one of our other topics, Taylor Frankie Paul. When we drop fame onto civilians the way we do in reality TV, that's where it gets really messy.
The Taylor Frankie Paul situation is cuckoo. I saw the video. It made me so sad, but I cried for the little kid. Really, like, that hit me. I think becoming a mother made me real soft.
Apparently, me too.
The little girl crying made me be like, let me just say this. I do not trust that man. And I do, but she was wrong.
That was an edited
but I
video.
believe that we don't know what happened before he started recording her.
Exactly.
And I do believe that he manipulated her and he did something bad to her. Because I think she even said, like, you started or you threw something at me.
She's like, you threw me in the garage.
Exactly.
That is not a woman. There's something
She's unwell, for sure. But he definitely...
He is unwell. He's an addict.
He's an addict, but, like, I'm thinking
addict.
she might be on drugs as well.
Fine.
Or drunk. Or, like, maybe an alcoholic. Whatever. Either way, she was provoked, and I don't...
She was provoked. And there's a common thread between a lot of videos like this with a woman acting the way they're acting and a man being very calm to the cops or whoever gets involved, and that's calculated.
Taking a video of her while she's losing
it at that moment because there's already been and she said, I'm reacting to what has happened. We are by no means condoning it. We're just saying there's more to the story.
I think that what she did was wrong, but I also think that, like, I want him to face consequences. If she's going to face consequences, then he should face consequences. Because I think she's going to lose her kids. And that's really sad. Or maybe she's going to lose like a certain amount of custody of them. And that made me sad. But at this point, low key, maybe she doesn't need to have them all the time. Maybe she needs to get herself together. But also,
I think she did. That's the sad thing. I'm like, this is 2023. He came back around and
provoked her. And she's got to be stronger than that.
She's got to be stronger than we're seeing on the show in this present season, where she's going on The Bachelorette. It's hard because I'm kind of like, why is he on the fucking show?
Dakota?
And why are these networks, like, so irresponsible? Let's talk about that. Because Hulu, knowing that, like, this is a person who provokes their main star, even from a financial standpoint, is bad. Not even ethics involved.
Is it though? Because I feel like Hulu knows.
They're like, well, it's good TV, blah, blah, blah.
TV
but I'm drama. Like, don't invite him to, like, the LA trip where he has no business being there. It's like they're trying in the same way that Leah McSweeney is suing Bravo for, like, encouraging her alcoholism. Did they make her drink? No, but they put her in a lot of situations and encouraged her, she's saying. Didn't let her go to AA meetings, that sort of thing. It's the type of thing where, like, oh, you're putting Dakota in a house with Taylor while she's trying to stay away from him to go on your other show. Disney owns ABC and they own Hulu. So what? This is all one big...
I mean, that's what everyone is saying. Everyone is running around talking about that. And I agree with that.
I did post some TikToks where I was like, did they even film it? I did watch the Rose thing. I was like, okay, it looks like they filmed it. But I was like, it's AI!
Everyone was full of
I was going
crazy about it.
But it is kind of that way where it's like, okay, so what does ABC really lose? Yes, millions of dollars, allegedly. But then, like, okay, how many more people are watching Mormon Wives now? More. because it's a major news story.
'Cause that's
How
the
many
thing.
people are going to watch the next Bachelorette, especially if they put more of those Mormon girls on there? A ton. They're going to
Ooh, 'cause
recoup
some
all
of
of
the Mormon
that.
girls are getting
I think they might do a
divorced.
double with Miranda and Layla. Is
Oh,
what I've
that'd be
heard.
cute. That'd
Yeah,
be
of
cute.
course. And who's
They
going to watch?
honestly should have just had Layla be the Bachelorette in the first place. Taylor Frankie
Well,
Paul was
she's
more
in
of
a
messy.
relationship with what's his name's brother.
Not anymore. They broke
They
up.
broke up. Good.
They
Good.
broke
I don't
up.
trust that man.
If anything,
I don't trust
she's
those brothers.
I don't
Put that
trust
on
them
the
at all.
record.
She's the more reliable in terms of like she's so not messy. I mean,
No.
she has her things, but she's not as messy as Taylor.
Right.
The way that Taylor's behaved, and the thing is, I don't want anyone
But
to think
that's why I'm
putting
saying
Taylor
they
down because actually I feel
knew.
bad for her.
They knew Taylor was going to fuck that up. There's no way. They saw.
And also, they
The
didn't kick
police
her off of
record.
Mormon Wives. She can stay on Mormon Wives.
Exactly. They saw that is public record. And you know that there's lawyers and there's people diving into all of this information before they're booking her for the Bachelorette. ABC is so squeaky fucking clean.
They're smart.
They were looking at that stuff. That was a big gamble for them. They probably knew it was going to work out. And they were like, well, if it doesn't, that's going to be a good PR thing. That's what I think.
Tea.
If they filmed it.
Tea.
Just kidding. They filmed it, obviously. Whatever.
So Melissa sent me a video about a girl saying, I think that if you want to be a conservative Republican.
You sent me that.
Oh, I sent you that?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe that.
Yeah.
She basically was saying, if you want to be a conservative Republican, then be that. But don't be on TikTok posting because that goes against what you should be in the kitchen baking. You should be, on the farmstead picking a strawberry.
If
You
you're
shouldn't be
selling
on
trad
TikTok.
wife.
If you're selling trad wife right.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, it's like, how are you going to sell the trad wife agenda if you're not
If you
making
don't
it
have the
look
internet.
good, like Nara Smith? If you're not adorning yourself in designer, and then like,
Right.
because I'm not going to lie, Nara Smith. If anybody was going to make me be a trad wife, if anybody was going to brainwash me into that shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
it would be her.
I'm not as
Which is why
familiar
it's
with the
dangerous
text.
and she should be stopped. But I'm just saying,
People say also, just to not get off the Mormons for a moment, people say that is also Mormon propaganda.
she's Mormon.
Oh, she's Mormon too?
Lucky and her are Mormon.
I didn't know that. This is your territory.
I know.
I'm not watching Trad Wife TikTok. I'm
not
watching
trad wife TikTok either.
men in their cars hiding their faces up to their eyes so the government can't identify them. That's my arena. This is yours.
Listen, Nara is Mormon. Why do you think they have all those
Makes
fucking
sense.
kids?
I don't know how many
have,
kids
like-
they have.
Oh my god, girl, they have like 7 kids. She's like 25 and she
I
has
know
like
her
4
aesthetic,
kids.
and I know she has multiple kids, but I don't know that much
It's
about
a
this
lot
woman.
of them. She stays
But I think
pregnant.
her Wi-Fi should be cut.
I do think. See, I'm torn. It's like the idea of her Wi-Fi being cut is right, but then on the other hand, like I fall for it. You know how I am. I'm so easily.
That's why I was
influenced.
That's why I thought it was funny that you sent me that, because I was like, well, I think a lot of your feed might be gone.
Yeah, I'm easily influenced. And the thing about her is that she has had like 4 kids. She snaps back instantly.
She's a model.
She's skinny again immediately. Again, that's the kind of shit that's gonna hook me.
Yeah.
And she's making everything from scratch. I love it. I love to cook.
I know.
Damn, she gets me good. But yeah, we should stop it, and it's wrong, and take away her internet. Period.
Cut that. Yeah. Clip that.
Clip that. Spring is the new year.
Okay. So obviously everybody makes resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bullshit and whatever.
Well, they do it in
Tea-
January.
In January. The tea is that Aries is the start of the astrological new year.
Mm-hmm.
So actually right now is New Year's. And that aligns with everything, because in January you're still sleepy and
You're still
tired.
sleepy,
It's
you're
dark
scrambling,
outside.
You're trying to figure it out.
You
and
hate your
January,
family. You just spent
February,
time with them at
March.
Christmas. Yeah.
April
still
is
sucks. April's
really
gorgeous.
where you need to start popping
I would
off.
say mid-March. St. Patrick's Day even. What a fun time. I love St. Patrick's Day.
That's just because Melissa had a bomb ass St. Patrick's Day.
I always have a bomb ass St. Patrick's Day.
Tea.
Always.
Tea.
I love it. I love it.
I think next year I'll celebrate it better. I'll celebrate it better. I didn't. Put
I mean,
that
this
much
goes back
effort
to
in.
college.
Yeah.
Like, I really,
Oh,
I
I
was
used to
like,
have-
class? I'm going to class on no, I am not. I was really running in the streets on St. Patrick's Day.
I once did St. Patrick's Day in Chicago. I will say,
Oh my God, that's
was
my dream.
one of the best St. Patrick's Day I've
Should
ever
we do
had.
that next year?
I would 100%. You know, I'm in with the Irish bitches in Chicago.
Are you?
Oh, Catherine is Irish. I am in with some Irish hoes in Chicago.
Catherine. Yes.
Oh, I have many girls in Chicago that are
the
Irish
plan.
and crazy. Let me tell you something. Partying with Irish girls from Chicago is like, I don't want that.
I'm very familiar.
I
Those
don't
are
want
my
the
people.
Irish-born girls to come for me, but like, y'all are neck
Wait,
and
what's
neck.
up?
You think
Are
y'all are
you
different, but like, y'all are neck and neck. I have actual Irish friends, and to be honest, my actual Irish friends that are women are a bit more classy. Now, my Irish girls from Chicago are nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's always the tea, isn't it? The Irish American people are like, guess what? I'm Irish. And everyone from Ireland is like, okay, you should go see someone. There's also the bisexual girls being obsessed with Ireland thing right now, which I will just say I've always been
Wait, I didn't know
obsessed with
about this.
Ireland.
Tell me about this.
I'm actually not quite tapped in. Marsha told me about it. Marsha was like, I've been obsessed with Ireland. And then all of a sudden I was getting all of this stuff about bisexual girls being obsessed with Ireland. And I was like,
Why? Are there a
tea.
lot of bisexuals in Ireland?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or maybe,
Cool.
but I think it's more of an aesthetic or something.
You mean the way they dress?
I think you know what it is. It's Paul Mescal. That's what I think.
Because
It's
he's
the Paul
bisexual.
Mescal. No, I think he's just the kind of guy that a bi girl would date. Gracie Abrams. Not. I don't know if she's bi, but
I don't know if
she
she's
seems
bi, but it could give bi. Also, he gives. You are 100%. I agree with you. I do think that he does give, like, literally, if we were on the, look, I took the L train to get here.
Yeah.
You could find you a Paul Mescal with a bisexual woman
Easy.
holding his hand on the L train today.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, it's really an aesthetic that works for, I would say, any gay person.
Yeah.
Any
I
full
don't
lesbian,
identify-
full gay guy. Paul Mescal was going to gay guy parties at one point.
As
I have
he
friends
should.
that partied with Paul Mescal.
Listen, I don't
Gotta
party
get
with
it
Paul
right.
Mescal. He can get with me as
Don't know
well.
anybody you want.
Do you think he's bisexual?
I think everybody has their bisexual breaking point.
Everybody has their bisexual. I agree with that. Well, I'll tell you what. I would have sex with Paul Mescal. I would date him. I'd hold his hand. I'd kiss him. Whatever.
Yeah, I think it would be an amazing stepfather to your child.
Honestly, my baby, he truly gave, like, for St. Patrick's Day, his outfit, he was really giving Irish.
Who gave him that outfit?
You did. You did. You gave him most of that.
I did.
Most of that was from
I
you.
did.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And Uncle Frank as well.
It was me.
It was
I
you?
run
No
the
Uncle
baby
Frank?
clothes.
Well, Uncle Frank is the Irish in him.
I curate the baby
assumed.
clothes. Yeah, but
I
it
assumed.
was whatever. It wasn't intentionally for St.
Irish,
Patrick's Day.
yeah.
I thought he would wear that all the time.
Yeah. Well, he does
And
wear
he
it all
does.
the time.
Yeah, of course.
But I did put him in the cutest little St. Patrick's Day outfit. And I was like, you're actually really serving right now, sir. Okay, so we should do our celebrity therapies now.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first.
Oh, yeah, sing the song.
Okay. Celebrity therapy. Oh, celebrity therapy.
Wow. Let me start off by saying thank you, Wes Wilson, for coming here today. I have so much investment in you and your narrative.
Wes Wilson of Summer House fame.
Of Summer House, obviously. You have all the potential in the world. You keep throwing it away, just like a classic therapy patient. This is what I want to talk to him about today. You now know yourself. You know yourself. You have no excuse. You've seen yourself on film. You know that you are not ready for a relationship. So you cannot date girls or have crushes on girls or go after girls who are obviously wanting relationships and saying that aloud.
Who you know are wifey material.
And you've said that. And I would loop Jesse Solomon into that as well. If you can say someone is wife material and then you fumble them knowingly, this is an issue. I'm scared of that trailer. We haven't watched a new episode yet at this time of filming. That is a spooky trailer. It looks like you're going to fuck it up again. To recover the fan base the way that he did, the way that you did, we forgave you after the first Sierra
You
fumble.
Charming motherfucker.
Unheard of. A comeback like that. You think it's going to happen twice? You think that's going to happen twice. It's not. It's not. So this is part warning, part get it together.
What should he do to fix it, though?
Stop going for girls that you know that that's the way they are dating. It's nothing personal. If you can't be that, you just can't go near them. You need to get a shock collar or something like that. Where if you go towards a woman who is marriage material in even a sexual way, unless she is like, okay, I'm down to have one sexual experience or whatever, fine. But like, Sierra's tea. You fucked it up once. Stay away.
To fuck it up again is crazy.
He's going to.
And you know what, West? This isn't even my celebrity therapy, but
she's looped in.
You're going to hell.
And you're paying for both.
You're going to hell. And if you want to fix it, you need to go to church.
I do see that he has such a good heart and he knows. And like, I'm not quite sure how old this man is. I think it's early 30s, right?
Low key,
is he 30?
Look.
Can you Google that, producer? Thank you so much.
Please.
Yeah, fact check that.
I want to know how old he is just because it's like,
well,
I can't tell with the face.
You know the places he's going? It's...
Frank?
As of early 2026, he's 31 years old. So.
That's what I thought.
How old is Sierra?
And how old were we when we were first dating? He's a 31. I remember. I'll never forget
31. It. That was a good.
I remember. I could see it clear as day. You're 31 now.
You know
even
better,
if you were 29 or 28 when this Sierra thing first happened, it's probably been 2 years since then.
I guess what I'll never understand is like, why is she? Like, what else do you need? Like, what more do you want? Why is she?
I think he will be the first to say nothing. She's perfect. I can't do it.
Well, okay, well then
that's
have to
why
do
he's in
inner
therapy.
work.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to do inner work.
That's the end of it. Is you must do the inner work if that's what you want. I think that is what he wants because he gives boyfriend, doesn't he? Like
he gives boyfriend.
You are soft. You are a softie. Like obviously he's a college football player going out at what is it, 82 Stanton or wherever that fucking place is. Goddamn nightmare over there.
That was very Midwestern.
Ooh.
Goddamn.
Ooh. My skin crawls thinking about that bar. They love it. They love it, the Summer House people. So I get it. But guess what? That's going to fade quick. It's going to go away quick. And it will shock you how uninspired you are by, maybe girls that are going to be of the age that will be into you being a mess in your mid-30s. And you're going to still want the quality of woman that Sierra is. And you're not going to be able to find him.
Maybe he doesn't think he's good enough for her. And I don't.
And
say
that's
that to
also
let him
inner
off the
work.
hook.
And that's also inner work.
He needs to do the inner work because I'm like, I just do not get what his problem is in terms of like fucking it up with her.
Well, he was at first like, I'm on TV. I want to hook up with every woman in America.
You got over that.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has. I think he's
Grow
still
up,
like,
then.
I want to run around. I want to be running around. Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Do the inner work if that's what you want, but I think you should want it. It's my ultimate tea.
Ultimate tea.
And that's all your time.
My client is Justin Timberlake.
Okay, I'm just going to say this really quick. I'm going to be interpreting this through the lens of like, that's my ex-boyfriend. That's the level of like investment emotionally that I had in this man as a, third, fourth grader.
NSYNC
I
lover?
really was an NSYNC lover.
I also was an NSYNC lover.
It's embarrassing, but every time I see him, I'm like, look what bullet I dodged.
No, I don't see it that way. I
don't
was
either.
An
I'm
NSYNC
like,
lover. Come on.
That's
I
my
was an NSYNC
ex.
girl.
That's the one who got away.
Listen, in our day, it was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, right?
I liked both, but I was more NSYNC.
I was an NSYNC girl. I liked Backstreet Boys, whatever.
Of course.
Everybody, fine.
NSYNC had more narrative.
NSYNC had more narrative. They had more like vibrancy. Also, the vocals to me were better.
Yeah.
And that's no shade to Kevin because Kevin was a sleeper agent in the Backstreet Boys.
Absolutely.
Justin Timberlake, it was truly so funny to see you. What I will say, I want to commend you in just saying that, like, you are like, I am a very famous man. I have been stopped by the police. There are body cams on these police officers. Maybe he wasn't thinking about the body cams. He was so funny the whole way through.
Yeah.
And honestly, it kind of endeared me more to him because I was like, even when he said, I'm Justin Timberlake, he didn't even say it in a way.
He was like, oh, I'm on tour.
He was like, I'm on a world tour.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even say, like, he could have said, like, I'm a singer. He just said, no,
he
I'm
was like,
Justin
no,
Timberlake.
I feel like it was even more cringe and embarrassing because he was like, it's hard to explain. I'm Justin
I
Timberlake.
didn't find that cringe or embarrassing at all. I was just like,
was
you know what?
cringing
You're
for
drunk. You're drunk and you can't explain yourself. And it's really hard to explain yourself when you're drunk, and that's okay. But like, then he goes to then they try to make him do the test, and he's like, man, these are hard tests.
All I was thinking
Like,
about
these
was
tests are hard.
him doing bye bye bye. Like you used to be able to move your feet real well.
Well, he had
Could not
allegedly he had
put
one
one
martini.
foot in front
I
of
said,
the other.
I
Yeah,
said,
right.
Justin Timberlake, I've had one martini and I wasn't that fucked up. You're a man who's been famous since you were like 16. I could take down 2 or 3 martinis and then I'd be fucked up, which is probably what you had.
Yeah.
The point is,
Probably
you know
didn't
what,
eat.
Justin? There are 2 sides of this coin. On one side, I'm like, you need to be more responsible than that. You're a grown ass man. You shouldn't be driving drunk. You are so rich. You should have called an Uber. I get it. You got fucked up. You wanted to go to your friend's house. You wanted to keep the party going. You should have called an Uber. You should have called a private car. On the other hand, when you got to the police station and they wrote down that you were white and you saw that and you looked at them and said, white? And they said, I'm just kidding with you, man. And he kept saying to the cops, you boys, you guys.
Boys, I'm so glad you're doing your jobs.
You're doing your jobs. Listen, he was so literally, I'm like, JT, this could be your comeback. I know that this is toxic of me to say, but like low key, this could be his comeback. I want to see you on SNL. This is a sketch. I want you back on SNL.
You know the SNL boys love you.
Call Andy
Do
Samberg.
dick in a box.
Do dick in a box. Or like dick in the jail. I don't know.
Why haven't they called us for SNL? Dick in a jail?
Dick in the jail.
Gold.
The point is, JT, my boy, like, you need to do 2 things. You need to call SNL, Andy Samberg. Okay, that's 1A. And then 2, you need to call Timberland. You guys need to get in the booth. You need to run it back. That last album that you tried to come back with is bullshit. You cannot make
No
music
flannels.
without Timberland. Call Timberland.
I love the woman who was with him who was like, help us. And he was like, you need help? And she's like, just kidding. Have you ever enjoyed Bye Bye Bye? Maybe you could let us by or whatever. And she was like, so funny. And they were like, should we arrest you? And she's like, just kidding. It's amazing.
What a wonderful attitude.
I really do think you're right, though. Like, it could be viewed in a positive light.
I'm telling you,
It's the
JT,
opposite of the Taylor Frankie Paul
girls
video.
are loving it. The girls are loving it. And I will say, I was thinking about this today, like, there's a certain part of being a millennial where it was like, obviously Justin Timberlake, you know, he did kind of like wear the culture a little bit. Like he did kind of like play around with black culture in a way that was like a little suspect. But at the
Britney
time,
Spears memoir, did you read
okay,
that?
yes. But I mean, listen, the cornrows, there's a lot to really get into with him in the black culture. But at the time, I think a lot of us were tickled by it. Now we're not allowed to be tickled. I was absolutely tickled by it. And now we're not allowed to be tickled by it. But like, I don't know, JT, the girls are behind you right now. So you need to do what you need to do. And send me my money for this therapy session because I know you got it.
Yeah, we know you got it. Even though
you saved it on the Uber, so send
us
it over.
Yeah, whatever you paid for bail, double it.
Double it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was gorgeous.
It was so good.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you to our producer and host, Melissa, our faraway producer, Jasmine, and of course, our gorgeous audio and video man, Frank Carson. Love my
of our
life.
lives. I said our lives.
It is our lives, yes. And don't forget, follow us on TikTok at
Cheap Therapy Podcast.
And on Instagram at Cheap Therapy Podcast.
And individually at Carobina on TikTok and Instagram.
And at Rich Melissa on TikTok and Instagram. Bye. We love you.
Perfecto.